That's where we find our Tim Seaman. He joins us from Spencer, Iowa tonight. Tim, how'd today go?
It has been another great day, Jenna. What started as a sun-soaked morning has turned into a cloudy afternoon, but it's about as good a day as you're going to get to go to the fair, that's for sure. Very comfortable. And as you said, it's Veterans Day today. Check this out. Early today, we got this day started with a 60-unit Veterans Day parade. Several bands, floats, 60 entries in all on hand today. There's really no better way to get the feel for what a fair is all about until you hit the midway, and like I say, that's exactly what I did.
You're going to see the fire-eating girl, the sword-swallowing girl. You're going to see them all on the center stage.
It was good. I mean, it's a long ways to walk up the steps, but when you get up there, you go faster down, which is better. And it's pretty easy to get your bag ready and go down.
It happened so fast. You don't even know it's like coming. It's scary, but it's not. It gets over so fast.
I know, and before you go there, no, I wasn't scared. It just caught me. You know, a special part of the fair is always the fair food as well. You can't come to the fair and not smell it, and if you smell it, you're probably going to try it as well, right? Well, I was asked to be one of 3 judges to judge the 5 new foods at the fair. It included a lobster roll, Spam curds, ice cream and pie, a Runza-like sandwich, and a breakfast bowl. And to my amazement, Spam curds is the winner of this year's brand new food here at the fair. Nobody would have thunk it, but that is indeed the case. Tim Dern from Austin, Minnesota has been peddling the product for about 10 years now. It's his first year here at the Clay County Fair. He told me just a couple weeks ago they went through 1,000 pounds of Spam at the Minnesota State Fair. Hard to believe. He said it was hard to believe they won. He didn't expect to get the top prize here.
No, I mean, I was surprised because one of the other contestants there, we said, how do you compete with a dessert? You know, when you have 2 ladies on the panel. So we were really surprised, but very humbled to say the least. We use a Spam and cheese flavor, and then we dice that up, batter and bread it. And then there's a little pepper in there. And
who knows? The weather will play a big part, but we could be headed toward a record 8-day run here at the Clay County Fair. Mentioned a moment ago that there was entertainment in front of the grandstand tonight. Earlier today, a different type of entertainment, loud and pretty competitive. Check this out. I've been coming to the fair for 30 years. I've never been to the chuck wagon races until today. This is really good stuff. High energy, high adrenaline, and just a little bit of danger mixed in. What happens here is this is the women's powder puff race. 1 gal on the wagon, 2 horses. They do a figure 8 from a dead stop, as you can see. Then they hit the 3/4-mile dirt track for 1 lap in front of the grandstand. I tell you what, I was amazed at the speeds they picked up. A bit of a cloud of dust, and it was great fun to watch, great action. And for the winner today, a great day. Something new for her.
That was awesome!
It's like an adrenaline rush that you can't explain. It was funny, we were watching figure 8 races here a couple weeks ago, and it was like, I don't know how they do that. And then now I know why they call us crazy.
It's been $4,000 and kids that less fortunate that can't get the Christmas gifts that we do. We do a lot of clothes for them. And then we do bike helmets for all the 3rd graders and dictionaries. So it's really a biggest thing that we do here at the Kiwanis. Yeah.
And it's good food. I'll vouch for it. The pancakes look amazing. All right, I didn't do so good on the scrambled eggs. Watch this, boys. Real eggs. Real eggs. That's a scrambled egg right there, my friends. All right, I'm getting the boot, I think. That was enough. When you go through those, you can find just about anything, even finding things that you don't necessarily need. I can remember one time we came to the fair, my dad bought these little things that you put on your spark plugs, and it supposedly extended the life of the spark plug. I don't know if it really ever did, but it was a cool item. And I found some cool items and some cool stories checking out what I'm just calling is the infomercial on steroids. Check this out.
And then we had arnica, boswellia, bromelain, MSM, and green tea leaf.
And why wouldn't you add them? After all, it's the pain wizard for pain relief. You think those infomercials are mesmerizing at home. Wait till you see them at the fair. Oranges, bread, and more. It's all part of John Zofka's presentation for The Edge.
Did you want to sit, huh?
Of course I do.
I've been at this fair since 1986. So I've been in the business a long, long time.
So has Larry. He sizzles with a different kind of blade. It's a peeler.
Stew, stir-fry, steam them. Maybe you like vegetable sushi? How about making homemade egg roll?
The pitch is as perfect as any Broadway hit. Some products aren't quite as sophisticated. Be a surgeon, a detective, or just pick up some random gadgets.
Well, these you can use weed out a cactus garden. You can also use these to feed coral reef in a tank, a reptile in a tank you don't want to stick your hand into. These are real good for that.
These guys are good.
Stick a brick or a block of wood or a rock under your ladder, right?
No, I probably wouldn't, but it sounds good. And pots and pans have never been this tantalizing.
So over easy or easy over?
I think I'll just stick with the microwave. I tell you what, Jenna, I'm going to have to clean out a couple of cupboards because I picked up an item or two going through. Hey, good morning, Lucas. Indeed, it's bright and early here at the world's greatest county fair. Not a lot of action out on the grounds, but here in the livestock barns, it's already well underway. We got a market steer and heifer show coming up a little bit later this morning, and they're already hard at it here, right here by Shamrock Farms of Hinton. They've got their steers ready to get going here this morning. The show at about 9. We're talking about a 1,200-pound heifer, maybe 1,300 to 1,400 pounds on a steer. So we're talking about big animals. They're just, folks are just getting their animals up and moving, getting them ready for that show. They've been up since early. They've gotten a shower. They've gotten a time to relax. They've been fed a gourmet breakfast. I tell you what, if you think somebody in your family takes forever to get ready in the morning, they've got nothing on these animals. They are pampered, and we'll show you a little bit more on that coming up here in our next report later. Hey, Lucas, it's a busy morning, that's for sure. You know, the concession stands and the midway and all of those things may not be open yet, but here in the livestock barns, it is very busy. We got here at about 5:15 or so this morning. The market steer and heifer show comes up at 9 o'clock this morning, and as you can see behind me, the folks are hard at work getting those animals ready for that show. This is like the shower stall. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you think it takes a long time to get dressed at home in the morning. These guys have been at it with their animals, these guys and gals, I should say, with their animals since 5 o'clock this morning. This is kind of...
And to know that back in the day, this was a big tractor for its time, and now it won't even run augers per se. Just shows how far that, you know, agriculture and tractors and farming have come in the years. So.
And that's one of the little guys. The big ones are going at it now. You can hear them rumbling across the fairgrounds. Also, maybe a little bit of a softer rumble, and talking about antique tractors, check this out. The tractor parade today throughout the grounds. The oldest of the units, a 1918 Wallace. It was just one of 175 antique tractors included in this year's exhibit. Not all of them got in the parade today, but there was a good couple, 3 dozen that worked their way for about an hour across and crisscrossing these fairgrounds. It was an impressive sight. The furthest from Lakeville, Minnesota here today. The steel-tired one there, some old school stuff. It's just really a really neat sight that folks were able to sit close and get a good look at because these were slow-moving machines. Joining us this afternoon to talk just a little bit more about the fair and what's planned for next year is Jeremy Parsons, the fair's CEO and manager. Jeremy, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Another great day here at the Clay County Fair.
It has